Hello there, friends. It's Kristen and Sara here for our Midwinter Market 2026 Great Bead Extravaganza presentation. We're just popping on live a few minutes early so that everyone can find us. So we're just going to hang out in the background, get ourselves settled, and we'll be live in about 3 minutes from now. See you all real soon. All right. Hey, everybody. Hi, Sara.
Hi, Kristen. Hi, everybody.
Happy TGBE weekend.
One of the best weekends of the year. It is Midwinter Market, which I think is just such a good event because many of you are cozy inside. I've seen lots of snowy yards in my Facebook feed. It looks like if you're in the Midwest, you've got a lot of snow happening. Here in the Bay Area, we've got a lot of fog. Some places probably have some rain. So it's a great weekend to be inside, have your sketchbook out, and be learning some new things from all of the presenters here at the Great Bead Extravaganza.
So before we go ahead and show our faces, let's just share what's going on over at softlickscompany.com for this weekend. We've got the coupon code Midwinter26. That's going to get you $10 off of $59 or more. And then if you get to $99, that'll switch to $20 off. You get to put whatever you want in your cart, anything that might already be on sale, that is all included. And it's not valid with any other order discounts. You get one coupon per order. This is ending on Tuesday, so you've got all weekend to shop. However, you're going to want to shop quickly if you want to take advantage of our free DIY bracelet gift that's also happening, and this stacks with the coupon. So if you place an order over $29, you'll get this free DIY bracelet gift for free in your cart automatically. No coupon needed while supplies last. And that's a $10.56 value. Really super cute kit. Sara did a nice little bracelet example that you might have seen in our email or on our Facebook page to show you an idea of what you get in there. And we also have some really great, let me change the setup here. We also have some really great things on sale and on closeout. We're even doing a flash sale on one of our bead mixes. So let's move us around here a little bit. There we go.
And if that item is on sale, if it's in the closeout section or the outlet section, or it's a special sale like the pendants, these beauties are also on sale. You can get that sale price and get the discount. So you can really get a big bang for your buck on our website this weekend. Make sure you're taking advantage of it early while supplies last on those things that are on sale, especially.
Yeah.
You get a really good deal.
We even put together the Great Bead Extravaganza collection. So if you want to go to our shop drop down and look for the Great Bead Extravaganza, you'll see all of the things we're using today, as well as other things that coordinate with our kit that we launched, and other things that sort of just kind of go with what we're working with this weekend. So it's an easy place to see all of that in one place. And then, of course, poke around the website, see what else we've got in store for you.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to go to my screen and I'm going to open the kit that we built just for this event. I know many of you out there have it. Maybe you've opened it already. Maybe you've been waiting for this moment to see it unveiled. I'm going to open it now. We do have more of this kit available on our website, as well as a few other really lovely kits. All of our kits are somewhat similar, but very different themes usually. So the color palette, there's almost always a challenge item in there, or something that you may not always pick yourself. Sometimes that's the color palette itself. But a lot of times it'll be like an interesting finding, or a bead that, has 4 holes, or, it's usually something that's a little bit different and maybe makes you think outside of your comfort zone.
And a lot of stuff we gather exclusively for the kits. So it's not stuff that you can get on our website all the time. Some of the basics, obviously, like the wire and some of the findings maybe, but the beads and the special components we just gather for the kit. And occasionally we have some leftovers to sell, but most of the time we don't. So you got to grab it with our kit to get it all. I see so many friends here with us. Oh my goodness. Oh, thanks. Kelly says, please spread the kindness by liking the stream and sharing where you can. Thank you, Kelly.
Also, I wanted to mention, at TGBE, we've often been showing kits. Because it is an event, sometimes for an event, or we do a monthly kit regularly too. I feel like we may not be approaching it in a way that really tells you who we are as a company. And so before I even unlock this kit, I want to remind you what Softliks Company is, especially if you're brand new and you're just getting to know us. we are a beading wire manufacturer first and foremost. That is what we're known for worldwide. We've been in business for over 30 years, and we have some of the world's best beading wire made in the USA, lots of different colors, lots of different diameters. That is what we sell the most of. We sell it all the way from 10-foot spools up to 5,000-foot spools for our manufacturing partners who manufacture for places like Tiffany Company, HSN, David Yurman, all sorts of different brands and businesses out there that use our wire as their base. So when we do an event, we like to have a kit because it's fun to have beads and things that match the wire. But I really wanted to make sure I took the time today to like focus in on how great this wire is, because that really is who we are at the core of our business, not just the core of our jewelry design. So Softflex beading wire is a marine quality stainless steel beading wire with a premium nylon coating. Like I said, comes in lots of colors and diameters. We always put a 10-foot spool of it in our kit, usually in a color that matches whatever color we're working with. In the Kind Heart design kit, we decided to do the pink tourmaline. It's such a sweet pink color. It's really probably one of my favorite Softflex colors because it's so pretty. So I hope everyone who got one of these 10-foot spools of pink tourmaline, you enjoy it. It is important to know you can buy the wire on its own, just like this, in many different colors. And in fact, we even have an assorted bundle that has many of our colors bundled together so that you can get it almost like a crayon box. So that is an option as well. Most of our colors come in medium. It's the most commonly used beading wire diameter in Softflex beading wire. So that is in the kit. Also, the other thing that we manufacture is we manufacture craft wire. It's also made here in the US. It is a copper core craft wire. This particular one is silver plated in fine silver, and then it has an enamel color coating and then a polyurethane coating over that protects it. And it comes in many different colors and many different gauges as well. In this kit, we decided on this beautiful rose gold. If you were watching Coffee and Craft Wire yesterday, Kristen gave it away. She was making her pendant that she planned to use today and peeked inside the kit and realized that this little guy was in there. And so she ended up using this color on her beautiful pendant, which we'll look at here in just a minute. So these are two very core items for our company. And this is like the main thing that we do at Softflex is wire. And then this, all the kits and the beads and the everything else is the fun, you know, like this is the core of who we are. So in this kit, we have both of those. We have a beautiful mix that's not just crystals, but I think there's some stones in here, which is pretty awesome.
There are. I was wondering what they were.
I don't know off the top of my head. They look like charoite, but I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to check and look. They're really pretty, though. I love the reds and the purples together. Is just so juicy, so fun. Let's put that there. Also in this kit, we've got, boy, are those 4 strands? Oh.
Yeah, we got a good amount of beads. I actually have 2 necklaces that I've been working on, and I've still got beads left over to make like a bracelet and earrings.
These are long strands too.
They're beautiful. Oh. I haven't even touched those dark purple crystals yet, but I have something in mind for those. They
look so good. Yeah, I'm going to put those in my dish here and keep unwrapping. I've got a few crystal sequins. Those are very cool. They're faceted on the ends.
This is definitely a challenge item because I didn't know what to do with those.
Oh, they'd look really great on the bottom of a head pin.
Ah,
I
okay.
bet. And then you could stack your design above it. I have a head pin right here. Oh, and then
I know, Clem, they're so lush. Those purple beads are really lush.
So sparkly, these guys. Yeah, I would imagine they would look. Why are my head pins all messed up?
Wonkity wonkity.
Look at how pretty that would look on the bottom.
Oh yeah, that is pretty.
Oh, and then
Maybe I'll use them in a pair of earrings then.
That could be fun. Okay, I'm not done. There's more.
Oh yeah, there is a lot more.
There's more. There is a vintage style check glass button in here.
Oh my gosh, so pretty.
It's really pretty. Wow. It's got some beautiful purples, and then it's like a table cut black, jet black on the top. A really cool pattern on that. We've got a pair of ear wires and a lobster clasp. I think we're one of the only companies that always includes some sort of findings and wire and like the complete thing in the kit. When we're doing one of these like bead mix kits, we include crimps. These are Softflex crimp tubes. This is another thing that we're really well known for. I heard Candy shout them out on her presentation earlier today. Big thank you to her. If she wants to flat crimp, girl, you flat crimp your head off. I'm all for it. But I will definitely help you with magical crimping and regular crimping anytime you want as well. But it was funny to listen to her this morning about flat crimping. And she said she loved the Softflex crimp tubes, and so do I. They are a little bit thicker than most crimp tubes on the market. They're very strong, solid tubing, come in 4 different metal tones, a few different sizes, but the main size you use when you're making jewelry is the 2 by 2 millimeter, and we included 20 of those in the kit. And then last but not least, we've got this really glorious, gorgeous metallic piece. Ooh. That I just love.
What do you think is the front? Because my initial was that, and then I turned it over and I was like, I think this is supposed to be the front. Like it looks like a wax seal that way.
I think you could do it either way.
So you probably could, but it was funny because it was like
what they intended to be the front, I don't know, but it's beautiful either way.
It's so pretty.
This entire kit is still available on the website. It's called the Kind Heart Design Kit. We really wanted to push kindness in our presentation today, really meditating upon it as we're making our jewelry. And also, just putting it out into the world, wishing for kindness and peace, I think is good. And when you're using this kit, I hope you will do the same. We all can make a difference in the world with how we show up and what attitude we have when we show up and how we treat each other and our neighbors. So, we would like to promote that kindness and peace and love into the world as much as possible. So having said that, that's the kit. Last week, or was it earlier this week? Gosh, this week's been a long week. We added some beautiful pendants that I found in the gallery that I thought would match this kit just so well. They come in 3 different sizes, a small, a medium, and large. They come in a lot of different shapes. It's a mystery pick, but you will see what the group we're picking from in the photo when you look on the website at the agate pendants. And they're really, really pretty. I'm thinking about using this heart today. I just think that would look pretty fantastic with what I got going on here.
I noticed that you keep picking that one up to show it. So I definitely think that is like,
it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's really kind of hard to see on camera too. So I'm kind of glad we're doing it this way because I don't feel like you can see them as well, like if we do them in a live sale. Speaking of, we do live sales pretty regularly at Softflex, so please join us next Thursday. We're doing it at 10 a.m. Pacific now, 1 p.m. Eastern every other Thursday. And then Kristen and I are going to Tucson, and we're going to be doing 3 live sales right from Tucson. Don't ask me how.
We are.
It's going to be
Debbie is mentioning that she was surprised there was only 1 pair of ear wires and there weren't any jump rings this time. But I will say, because she's used to seeing that in our monthly kits, but when we do the TGBE kit, sometimes we have to make some changes because of the products that we put inside. And in this particular kit, we did give you craft wire. So you can make some of your findings with craft wire. And so sometimes we add some more expensive pieces like the pendant or something like that that might throw things off. And like Sarah said, we have like so many beads in this kit. So it does kind of change where, we might fluctuate a little.
We want to make it affordable too. So we'll have to cut back on something to add something else. Hey, this is that free bracelet kit. It actually has more than what's in my hand here. But my favorite part of it is this beautiful little check glass button heart. Super duper sparkly and cute. I love it. So I put together my little bracelet. It's got a 2026 charm in it and then a few other things. And it'll all come together. It's not made. You make the bracelet. It's a little kit to make a bracelet. So you can get that.
Or you can make something else if you want to. We don't have to.
Totally. Add it in with this stuff if you want to, like your kit stuff. It's just beautiful extra stuff. Some gorgeous check glass in 2 different color tones, some charms, and I just like that little button. That's what started it. Was the little heart button. I was like, oh, I am giving this.
The button steals the show.
To give this beautiful button away.
So Debbie, there isn't a code for the gift. I'm just going to put that up here one more time. You get a free DIY bracelet gift with all orders over $29. That applies to retail and designer orders. It's while supplies last, and there's no coupon needed for that. But if you do shop a little bit more, you can use the Midwinter 26 coupon, and in that case, you'll get $10 off $59. Or $20 off $99 and more. And you can find all those details at softflexcompany.com. This one does not valid with any other order discounts on this particular coupon.
Hey, speaking of $10 off, did we get our giveaway going?
No, I have it set up in the background, but we didn't put the banner up yet.
Okay, let's do that. And I will, I'm trying to make sure I didn't lose anything. I think I got everything covered to get going. Kristen has a really beautiful design already made, and she's going to start on that in just a moment. And I am going to start designing on my end with some different pieces. I'm like, wouldn't that kind of look good overlapped like that? Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's pretty neat.
I don't mind at all.
This is such a good question. Brooke is asking, I really want to know more about your stringing materials, but I'm so overwhelmed by the options. Where should I start?
Solution. I have a great solution. I started a jewelry making club on Patreon. And I have been using the month of January to really deep dive into things like all of the beading wire, how to crimp and all of the crimping information, and craft wire was this week. So if you go to How to Make Jewelry with Sara Oehler on Patreon, you will need to join. It's a $10 a month jewelry making club. You will get access to that. And I'm sure there's some of you that are in the group that are in the comments who can attest to how good the information has been this month, because I've been getting excellent feedback that people need that kind of walkthrough. And I think it's been really helpful. So I'd love to see you over there. Otherwise, you can go to the Softix Company website, and there's lots of great blog posts too. There's a School of Design, and you can go through and find lots of good information there. But my information that I posted this month is just very up to date, I think succinct, and hopefully helpful. So maybe that will work. Hey, let's go to your screen and get going, Chris. You ready?
All right. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Come on over.
And then other months I do different things. So that's what I'm focused on this month. Next month, I'm probably going to be focused on Tucson because that's where I'm going next month. And
that's right.
I'm excited about it. So I will probably be talking a lot about Tucson and behind the scenes stuff there. And last month I did 7 days of ornaments. So there were a lot of ornament ideas.
Yeah, it's nice that you kind of pick a theme and you're just going for it each month so that you can really kind of deep dive on it a bit more.
I really like, I like having a roadmap.
Yeah.
It helps me. So 1 month I did October Inktober, and I drew a picture of a design that I was interested in making every single day. So I still have that sketchbook ready to go to revisit, maybe in March during craft month.
That's a great idea.
Start making some of those designs. And
it's kind of nice to have that to pull out anytime you're feeling like you want to create, but you're not really sure where to start. You're just, your brain needs a little extra assistance. You can go to that, back to what you drew and kind of use that as your jumping off.
I used to do that all the time. And somewhere along the line, I lost track of that habit. And so it was an opportunity for me to revisit having that habit of like stopping and remembering to note an idea that I was curious about so that I could investigate it whenever I have the opportunity. Oh, Monica, I can't draw. I'm not a great sketcher. In fact, I think someone even wrote, it's nice to see your sketches aren't perfected. Because they're not. It's a personal idea. And I want to remember what it looks like, but it's not perfect. Yeah. So don't feel like you have to be a sketch artist to sketch a design.
So here's the pendant we made in the Coffee and Craft Wire video, which was yesterday. You could find the recap over on Softix Company's YouTube channel. Look at how fun this is. I love how this turned out. I used 18 gauge. So that doesn't come in your kit. If you want to do some wrapping, you got to pick up the pendant of the agate, and you got to pick up some 18 gauge rose quartz. But I use the 18 gauge rose quartz for all of the outside. I use the 22 gauge, which does come in the Kind Heart kit, in the rose gold, not rose quartz, but rose gold, to do all of the weaving and then also do the connections on this pendant. So this beauty, I'm going to come back to this because first I want to show this design. But if you want to catch the replay of how I made that, go check out the Coffee and Craft Wire video from yesterday. I'm going to make a necklace with this pendant. I love this pendant so much. It reminds me of like a wax seal, like that you'd put on a love letter. You know, it's like got that wax seal stamp look to it. And this is the design we're going to work on together right now, using all of these gorgeous sparkly red beads from the kit. Look at how beautiful those sparkle. And then we're going to make these sweet little pink little gumdrops to go around the front. So I'm going to start by taking I did grab a jump ring. You can make a jump ring with Softix or with the craft wire if you want to. But I have tons and tons of jump rings.
Jump ring queen.
I am like, it's ridiculous. I think I showed Nile on one of our calls that we had one time, and he was like, "What is going on with all your jump rings?" I'm like, "I don't know. It just it seems like I've somehow like ended up hoarding jump rings for years."
Oh my gosh. When Kristen and I wrote a book together, I edited all of the projects. And so I remade her projects and mine to make sure the instructions made sense. And every project used jump rings that she made.
She
And
was
I was
like,
like,
"What is
"We
going
had
on?"
no idea you used so many jump rings."
Since then, I've used less, but I
Oh,
still
I
like
shamed
them.
you out of
But
jump rings. I mean, I use jump rings more, like it did, like we went in opposite direction.
so funny. So I'm going to cut myself a little of our rose gold 22 gauge wire that comes in the Kind Heart kit, or you can buy it separately too at softluxcompany.com. I'm just cutting myself a little bit here so that I can make that drop. I'm using my round nose pliers to create a little loop at one end. And then I'm going to use you can use chain nose or bent nose here to wrap that wire around. I think I still do like the idea of being able to change the size a little bit. Like for my necklace, I would use like extra jump rings. I could make adjustments. So this way I'm not connecting right to a clasp, and I could change my mind or make it longer but I've gotten more confident in my designs, I think. And that's like, because of that, I use less jump rings. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it used to be like, indecisive. I don't know. I might want to change this. I might want to do something, make it longer, put a chain on it.
What stone is the yellow and brown heart?
Ah, yes. Thank you for pointing that out. I just kind of stuck that on my table because I got one of those from Softlex recently too. I'm just going to take my wire up around my little bead, twist it around, and then I'll trim it off and tuck it in to make my little drop here. So if you're talking about this one, this is a Murano glass style pendant, and we have these on Softlex Company as a mystery, but I did get this beautiful heart in one of my packages. I think I ordered 6 of them. And so here's an idea of all the different types you might get. There's a wing, there's this beautiful diamond pendant, there's this lovely swirl. So you never know. It's totally a mystery pull. But if you order a couple, you're bound to get some that you really, really love. And that was the heart that I've gotten. I think they're really inexpensive too. They're like $5 or something like that. So really kind of nice if you're trying to get to that price point of the 59 or the 99 and you need to throw something else in there. I would definitely suggest throwing in one of those glass pendants. So there's my one little drop. We're going to make 10 of these. I've already made a bunch. I just got one more to do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this will be number 7. But we're going to make 10. Maybe I'll stop at 6 for now and come back to that so you don't have to see me do the same thing. And we're going to string up on Softlex beading wire these beauties. So I'm using this strand here that comes in the kit. It's a check glass fire polish as the centerpiece in the front. And then I'm mixing it with these gorgeous rondelles that also come in the kit, and you can buy them in the crystal mix, the Kind Heart crystal mix. That looks like this. That's where the little pink beads come from, is the Kind Heart crystal mix. And then these little red round glass beads are in there too. So that's what we're going to be using for this necklace design today. Some of those. So I'm going to pick up my Softlex pink tourmaline wire, which this comes in your Kind Heart kit. And I'm going to keep it on the spool because I know kind of what I'm doing. A lot of times I cut it off the spool because I'm not sure what I'm doing. But since I know what I'm doing today, I can keep it on the spool.
Lucky us.
That means one less bead stopper. I love this little, this is a little painter's palette that I'm using, this little flower, and you can get this at like a hobby store. But I love using this with kits because it's so fun to put the different beads that I need in all the little spaces. And being a painter, I just love seeing a little palette like that. Hi, babe. Bert's chiming in, saying hello. Hello.
Berto.
So I'm going to start just past my little pendant here. I'll do these 3, and then I'm going to kind of go up this way since I have enough of those already created. So I'll do 3 of these little guys.
Did you tell us what the yellow thing was on your table? Or did you just ask a question and move on?
I talked all about the glass for 5 minutes.
Oh. I'm designing over here, and I was like, wait a minute.
Right? Do you guys remember that?
I'm also out of it. You guys, I have I have 10-year-olds coming to my house in a few hours for a birthday slumber party.
I can't say that I've ever done that.
Sweet baby Jesus, Lord help me. So I'm feeling a little overwhelmed today. Let's just put it
that way. It's going to be a lot, but they're going to have so much fun.
So much. Yeah, and I will have fun too. It's more just all the preparation, getting everything ready to go over TGBE weekend. It's like, that's how'd this happen? Usually
you're like, wait a minute, my calendar was not.
I know. Usually her birthday is the weekend after TGBE, so I don't know how this worked out, but
yeah, that she ended up. I know. Birthday on TGBE.
Her face when I said it's TGBE weekend. She's like, no, it's my birthday.
So you're doing Mama make it up to her with this party, and it's gonna be a blast.
It will be really fun. For sure.
So the pattern I'm working on right now is 3 of those little fire polish, and then 1 of the little pink drops that we made, and then 3 more fire polish, and then a pink drop. And I'm going to do that until I have 5.
Debbie, thank God it's 10-year-old girls.
Hence why I had 2 boys. So it's like, I've never done that.
Thank God. No, I love slumber parties too. It's fun. It'll be a great time. But anywho, if I seem a little out of it, it's because there's a lot going on. That's
what's going on. Is you're prepping yourself. You're prepping
mentally preparing for the chaos.
Aww. My little Hudson would have loved to be at a slumber party.
Oh,
he did have one friend that
slumbered.
They would allow him to stay as long as all of the other parents were okay with it. But usually I'd have to drop him off at a friend's house. They'd all be having a slumber party, and then because all of his friends were girls, and I'd have to go pick him up like midnight or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always so sad. I was like, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry you can't stay.
Okay, can I bring over to show what I'm up to? I have 2 things I'd love to show.
Yeah, go for it.
Does that work?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so the first thing I'd love to show you is, since we talked about it, how to make a jump ring using the Softlips craft wire. Because this is a big, hefty pendant, 22 gauge felt a little bit too thin for making a jump ring. So I went with a thicker gauge that I had on hand, which is the 18 gauge, and I did the gold silver plated. So again, the only two metals used in this craft wire is copper and fine silver. There's no lead or nickel in it. And the color coding is permanent, which is also really fantastic. So when I go to make a jump ring, I find my nylon jaw pliers, which are hiding. Oh, they're there. Hiding somewhere, and run that over my wire first. I went over craft wire on Thursday of this week in great detail in my jewelry making group. Next Thursday, I'm going to be doing components using craft wire. So jump rings, but also things like eye pins, connectors, basically all of those different little connectors that you can, or little items that you can make using craft wire. So hopefully you'll join me for that. I'm using my multi-step plier. I'm using the one that's just a little bit smaller than the biggest size. And I'm just going to go ahead and swirl around to make some jump rings. This wire starts off pretty soft, so it does need to be work hardened when you make components out of it. I typically use a wire whacker for my work hardening, which is 2 nylon slabs. I need to pull mine out to do that. But at any rate, I make like a little coil, and then I can start trimming it off right from my spool. So I'm going to come in with flat side toward the side where I want to make my jump ring and snip. And I can do multiple jump rings that way. I do work harden them on that tool, the wire whacker. You can find it on the Softflix Company website. Work hardening is really important because it holds it into that shape, which then allows you to dangle something like this big, large pendant from it without it tearing out of that shape too easily. You can make these smaller if you wanted. I went kind of big because of the big pendant. I wanted to make sure I could get through it really easily and that it would hang really nicely. I've been kind of enjoying a Y-shaped necklace recently. I made one with our monthly kit from last month. It's called the Champagne Toast Design Kit. I wore it last night. You probably saw it. But it's just like a really nice long Y shape, but a short necklace. And I don't know, that shape has just really been kind of calling my name. So I was thinking of something similar with this, with the long dangle of the heart, a few beads in the center. And then I decided I'd like to braid the wire around the back end, just so that it looks a little bit thicker, a little bit more robust. So what I'm going to do is replicate what I did here. I added 3 strands to braid. I'm going to do that on this side and show you how you can add more wire once you're already in the project. So I string my crimp tube, 2x2 millimeter crimp tube. This is the black crimp tube that came in the kit, all the way down to the beads. And then I have my 2 extra wires that I want to attach so that I'm able to have 3 for braiding. So I'm just going to string that inside of that crimp tube and then bring the crimp tube down. Oh, make sure you got all 3 strands in there. Bring the crimp tube down to the beads as snug as you can get it, but it's not going to be perfectly snug. You want a little bit of space where those beads can spin and move around and fit comfortably. I'm going to take my magical crimping pliers. I'm not going to flatten it. I'm going to crimp it with the magic crimpers. It's got a little half dome on each side. And I'm going to contain that crimp tube in the center of the crimping plier, making sure it's right in the middle and kind of snugging against the beads as close as I can get, and then crimp. My first pass should give me what looks like a little 4-corner ravioli. I'm going to turn it on its side, and I'm going to compress again. So let's see. This week's video was craft wire. Last week in my jewelry making group, I think I spent an entire hour on just crimping. We crimped with 3 different styles of pliers. We crimped different size crimps. We talked about different kinds of crimps. We talked about it all. So if you are having trouble crimping, I really suggest you go look up my jewelry making club on Patreon and take a look at that live video. You'll probably get a lot out of it. I also wrote an article for those that learn better by reading or need both. There's that too. I'm going in and I'm just trimming those little extra little tiny wires in there. And then I'm in business. I've got 3 active wires ready to braid. And I can just start braiding those just like you would braid hair. Left over right, right over left. This is a fun way if you've got more than one color of soft flex to blend colors. We've done that a lot. You could get some different colors and blend them together. It's really pretty. It's fast, but it looks really lovely when it's all done. So I'm going to braid it all the way to the back. Patreon is Patreon. And I think usually people use it by downloading an app on their phone, but I think you can access it from a web browser as well.
So Terry asked the question, curious, up to how many medium strands could you crimp and have it hold? I actually shared one of our tips and tricks pages, Terry, that has a chart. It's called All About Crimps. It's in our School of Design on our website. And it has a chart at the bottom that talks about every crimp size and every diameter of soft flex and how many you should be able to get into that crimp tube, give or take. Because I think we had 4 strands listed here on the 2x2 millimeter crimp tube. But sometimes with the copper, you can't get that many through it. So sometimes the metal does make a little bit of a difference.
Well, and the crimp tubes themselves can vary a little bit. You know, if a crimp tube is 1.95 millimeter versus 2.05 millimeter, it can be a big difference, but it is still considered a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube, if that makes sense. Like there's some variation in there that happens. All right, Chris, I think that's it. If you want to hop back over, my fingers are moving.
All right. I ended up making a little clasp here while I was hanging out because I need a clasp for my other design.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I'm going to pop back over here. So here's the necklace. I'm going to finish this one necklace and then we'll pop over to the other one. We've got a few minutes. So here is the final pattern. So after I have my little drops on there, then I did a round bead, 3 of those red rondelles, around 2 fire polish, round 3 rondelles, round 2 fire polish, round 3 rondelles, round, and then 1 fire polish, round 3 rondelles, round, fire polish, and then ended with those rounds. This ended up being 19 inches, which is very comfortable for me. I like that it's like, I just find 19 a little more comfortable for me than like an 18-inch necklace, but it's short enough that I think it'll fit lovely. So I'm going to use these crimp tubes that we have in the kit. We've got the blackened crimp tubes, 2x2 millimeter. Slide that on, and I'm also going to use my magical crimping pliers. Now, for our blackened crimps, they are sterling silver. So they are sterling silver 2x2 millimeter crimps that have been put through another process to make them blackened or gunmetal looking. I'm just going to create a little loop on one side with my magical crimping pliers, and I'm going to trim off the edge, and I'll let all of these beads slide down and take my bead stopper off the other side. Go ahead and add another crimp tube here, and then I'll add my lobster clasp to match. Go back through, make that loop.
Thank you to everybody who took a moment to like this video. We really appreciate that.
We sure do. We sure do. We have almost 300 of you here watching too. We have 290 or so. So that's amazing. If you haven't entered our live giveaway, go ahead and use that hashtag kindness, and that will get you an entry into our giveaway at the end of the video. We will choose one winner, maybe two winners, and we have a new sweepstakes happening where you get a $10 store credit to go shop over at softflexcompany.com.
The store credit will go in on the next business day. So Monday.
Yeah.
Unless Kristen, out of the goodness of her heart, decides to do it right away.
Do it quicker. So we've got one design down from the kit here. I love this necklace. It's so sweet. I'll put it on and share it when we kind of come back up to our faces. But the next thing I'm going to do is I wanted to string up a design to go with this pendant. So I had already started that, and I used all of the pinks and the purples from the kit. So we've got these larger 7mm pink fire polish, whatever these stone beads are that are so pretty. They do kind of look like that. What'd you call it?
The color blocking.
Right. I always enjoy color blocking. These little gem cuts in there. And then these are some great little pink beads that were in. They are the same ones that I put here. And I feel like they really pick up in that pendant. So lovely. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got some bead stoppers on here to hold myself in place. Take that bead stopper off. Go grab some of these if you don't have them. They are awesome to design with, especially when you're stringing and you just need it to hold your space, or you want to hold something up and see if the size is what you want it to be. That is like the best. So I'm going to string this pattern, and then I'm going to come back and add this as my final clasp. It's got the rose gold with the 18 gauge. So instead of watching me string, I should probably show this, right? Since that might be a little bit.
I'm looking at the content sheet, and I don't think we included the name for those little sequin looking crystals.
Yeah.
I think they're crystals, though. I think we got them during that warehouse when you went to Texas.
I don't recall those.
Oh, where did those come
So
from?
the purple ones, yes, I did get those. The big purple one, the long strand. Is that one on the list?
I thought the sequin ones came from that too.
Maybe they did. I don't remember picking them out though. So I'm not sure.
I think they're crystals. Someone was asking what they are, and I'm pretty sure they're crystal.
So I just cut myself a when using the Softflex beading medium wire. I don't use wire guardians. Nope, I don't either. Neither does Sara. Actually, we carried them for a little while and they sat there forever because we don't use them. And so with Softflex beading wire, our beading wire has a great nylon coating on it. You really don't need it. It's more of an aesthetic choice if you decide you want to have it, just to have that little bit of metal, or if you want to have the exact loop the same size. But otherwise, we just...
The only time I would use them is if you were being forced to use a really thin diameter because the bead holes were really small. Like if you were stringing sapphires and they had made them with such little holes that you had to use 010 or 014, then I might consider using those to protect the wire at the ends. But for the most part, Softflex is so strong, it doesn't need them.
So I'm going to use my multi-mandrel plier for this to do this clasp. I went ahead and let's go ahead and just flush cut each end so they're nice and flat with the flat side facing the wire. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the smallest mandrel to make my first little loop there. And then I'm going to take that loop and I want it to go around the largest mandrel in the back. Just, you can make it smaller if you want to, but that's what I used for my example here. So I'll just do the same. So I'm going to grab a hold of it with that first loop all the way tucked into the flush of the bottom of the tool, go around until I come to that, just like that, very similar to an ear wire. And then I'm going to hold it. How am I going to hold it next? I'm going to put it in like this. So this is making like a lowercase d, and I'm going to come back around so that I make that sort of S mark there. And then lastly, I'm going to go ahead and come back around that tiny, what are you doing over there, Sarah? I'm hearing a lot of swishy swishies.
I'm typing in our code so I don't interrupt you.
It was like swish, 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 swish.
That's me elegantly typing over here. Midwinter 26 is our code, everybody.
So there's the one part of my clasp, and I am going to work hard in this and kind of tap it down a little bit to make sure it's nice and snug. And then the other part, let me cut another little piece of my 18 gauge wire I'm using here and create a little loop on the other end for it to connect onto. So I'm going to go ahead again and I'm going to first make a tiny loop. This one can connect to my beading wire. Grab a hold of that loop and I'm going to wrap it around, probably just once because it's kind of hard. Trim that off. And I've got myself a eye pin looking thing. And then I'm going to come back here and choose one of these mandrels for the hook to hook into. I think I'm going to go with this one here. And go right around there. I love this tool. I really, really love this tool.
The mandrel plier.
Yes.
It's so handy.
I find it so helpful to have all of these different sizes on one plier.
Yeah. And it's like uniform, which is handy.
Yep. Wrap that around and trim that off. And now I've got the second part of my clasp. So I will connect. And I can actually even put a little jump ring or something on here or make another one of these to connect on this side. So it's a little bit symmetrical. And then I'll work hard in these down a little bit and add them to the end of my necklace that I did here.
This is looking awesome.
So fun. Oh,
so are you an overachiever today? Did you do 2 designs?
Yeah,
what is happening over there?
I know. I was just so excited. Like, I don't know, this pendant really kind of made me do a whole nother design. And then I wanted one that was just from the kit, you know? So
yeah. I hear you. Like, wow, so she's just going for it. I'm going to quickly end off mine so you can see how I finished it. And then we'll move on to doing our giveaway and getting that code out to you one more time. So I've got those 3 wires. If you were wondering, well, now what is she going to do? I'm going to take all 3 of those wires and I'm going to string my 2x2 millimeter crimp tube through all of them. But I'm only going to pass one of them, probably this biggest one, back in to make a loop for my lobster claw to attach to. You could use a jump ring here if you wanted. I like the connect. I like the direct connect to something that's so solid. Like once this is crimped, this loop is going to be a really solid connection. So I tend to just make a loop and leave it at that. I'm going to take those same magical crimping pliers and go ahead and crimp. And then I can cut off my extra wire on both sides, and I've got a complete design. The pink tourmaline wire is so pretty.
It really is. I love how it blended so well with my pink and purple as well as with my pink and red. Like it worked in both designs.
Really nicely. Yeah. It's very, this whole kit is just getting me into that Valentine's mood. Which is great. It's that time of year, right? So now I can connect my lobster clasp right to that loop. And I've got a really nice, strong, finished connection. And that is, and look, I used like 6 beads in the kit. I still have a million beads. So use this kit.
I was very bead heavy and you were very bead light.
Very light today. We'll use this kit quite a bit in the next week or two. So keep watching our live videos on our YouTube channel, especially. You'll see more things come out in this colorway. I'm seeing like a beautiful wrap bracelet with these beads. Sometimes I like to take Softflex 024 and use it as like warp threads on the outside and then use the thinner diameter to wrap beads in the center. And with all these shapes kind of being similar but different colors, I think it could be really fun to make one of those and then use the button.
Didn't even get to use the button yet, which was like, I was trying so hard yesterday.
I'll use it, yeah, for sure.
To figure out where to put the button, but it just wasn't going with the designs I had happening. So I was like, oh, I'm going to have to make a bracelet or something.
I'll either fit that in on the Softflex company channel or I will do it in my own. The nice thing about my jewelry making group too is sometimes I don't have time in my workday to do all of the ideas that I have. And now I have another dispensary or like another place where I can do that. And it's a lot of fun. So it makes it easier on me. I'm not like irritated.
that you didn't get all the things
about. So if it's not on the Softflex Company YouTube channel, look for it in the Jewelry Making Club because I'll probably do it there. Are we ready for a giveaway?
Let's
while you're getting that going, I'm going to show this coupon code.
Perfect.
Oh, where'd it go? I was on it.
Oh my gosh. We have 217 giveaway entries. That's amazing.
It is amazing. I don't know what. Oh, there it is.
I don't know why you're seeing a picture of something from, there's no comment still on the screen. So I don't know. Someone's asking us to remove the comment from Janelle, but I don't see it.
I don't see it either. Here is our coupon code. This is good through Tuesday. So enjoy this coupon code. It's off site-wide. It includes anything that's already discounted, which is really, really nice. Scott doesn't like us to double discount very often. So we just do that for really special occasions. And you can get $20 off of your $99 subtotal, which is great. And then also, while supplies last, and we don't have as many of these as we did last time, we've got the DIY bracelet gift with orders over $29. It is a value of about $10.56 for that little bracelet gift. So check that out. Don't forget, Midwinter Market is going on all day. We still have Nile coming up after us. And then our brand new presenter, Rebecca Combs, is finishing off the day from Design and Adorn. She does Kumihimo, which is super fun, and she's a fantastic teacher. So I highly suggest that you check her out. And then tomorrow we've got the Bead Place, Humble Beads, Green Girl Studios, Beadoria, Christy Friesen, and The Makery, also a brand new presenter that we're excited to welcome for the entire year. So look for those guys. And then I think we're ready for our giveaway. I'm trying to make sure I do the right overlay. There it is. Got it. I think we're ready for a giveaway. Let's do one from each of us. We're doing sweepstakes. So you'll get a $10 store credit that will go into your account for when you purchase from Softflex Company. And when it gets set up, or if you win, first and foremost, you're going to email marketing@softflexcompany.com. Let them know you won the store credit. Let them know what email you use. If you haven't set up an account with us, you'll need to set up an account with us. So get your account set up and then email us what email you want the credit to go to. And then Thomas will let you know, or Kristen, when your credit is in there so that you can use it. And they will also send you the sweepstakes rules. It's good for about 3 months. After 3 months, it's a forfeit. So try to use it pretty quickly once you get it in there. Don't forget it's there. Get in and get something. Anything else?
I did see someone said that the comment was there while I was making the clasp, so they couldn't see it. Oh. So I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize that there was a comment up on the screen. So, but I'll probably make this clasp again on Monday because I didn't finish this necklace, and maybe I'll wait and do it with you on Monday during my Free Spirit Beading, which is every Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. But I'll do the clasp again, and then I'll probably work hard in it and stuff, do the whole thing for you. So come join me Monday, and we'll finish up that design. We'll remake the clasp, and I'll see you at 1 o'clock to do that. All right. So let's go ahead and choose our winners. Share my screen.
Big thank you to everyone who already ordered. Some of you ran out and ordered after preview night last night. I saw your big, beautiful orders. We really appreciate that. We are a small business and every order counts. So thank you so much. Oh, yeah. 231 entries. That was
know. It's amazing.
Hi. Good job, everybody.
All right, here we go. Here's our first winner. Remember, you have to be here. So make sure to tell us in the comments you are here. Otherwise, you will forfeit your prize and we'll move on to somebody else. Let's see.
Try to hold back congratulating them till we know they're here.
That's a good point because it makes it hard to find them in the comments.
It's really hard to see them.
Trudy Boatwright, are you here, Trudy? You are our winner, our first winner. If you are, we're going to choose one more. So make sure to stick around.
Trudy, let us know in the comments that you're here. We are excited to give you a prize. You're going to email marketing@softflexcompany.com. Let them know what email your account with us is connected to. There she is. So make sure you have an account on the website. Log in, check it out. And then we want that email to be able to set up your $10 store credit. And we're going to do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Awesome.
For some reason, my little share screen went away, but let me pull it back up.
I hear a 6-year-old at my door. About every 10 minutes.
Time's up. You said you were going to be done.
About every 10 minutes, he's been checking the door. to ask me something. I don't know what, but
about 10 minutes is like a lifetime in his mind.
For a 6-year-old, yes.
Here we go. Number 2.
And
Smith
on Facebook. Let us know. Don't congratulate her yet. Let us know that you are here in the comments, and we will get you a prize as well. Thank you guys for being here with us. We so enjoy spending time with you. Kristen and I pursue creativity not only at work through Softlex Company, but we also do it on our own time too. And we really look at creativity like a lifestyle. And I hope that having you here this weekend, you're also pursuing creativity as a lifestyle too. So join us with Softlex Company. Look for us separately. Kristen is a fantastic painter. She has a great YouTube channel. And Kristen, don't you have like a new thing you're doing with classes?
I have a membership. I've had a membership for 2 years now.
For painting.
For painting. Yes. It's called the Create More Community. You can go to kristenfagan.com and you can find a link to that, as well as all the other things that I'm up to. But yeah, we have a wonderful, it's painting, drawing, mixed media. It's all that kind of stuff, and collage. That's basically what we do in there. We get together twice a month, once for our tutorial and once for an open studio where you get to bring anything you're working on. So you can bring beading or sewing or knitting and just come and hang and chat. And it's really lovely. I run it with 2 other creative coaches, one in Canada, one in New Zealand. And so we have a very global group because we have people from all over in there. Lots and lots of laughs, of course, always. Nancy is one of my members, and it's just been such a delight to create with her. She's been a member for about a year now, so that's been awesome.
Just something I've been thinking a lot about, especially with talking about the way the world is right now, is if we're all pursuing things like creativity in our life as a lifestyle and trying to put beautiful things into the world, as well as trying to be a beautiful person when we're interacting in the world, I think it would just really help make this world a little bit better. So I hope that all of you are kind of taking that in this weekend, learning lots of new things that you can take into your own daily practice. But there's so many avenues to go down, whether it's painting or drawing or I see so much of it on Patreon because I follow a lot of creators there. There's watercolors, and I see people making comic books and people making music and movies. And there's just so many lovely things that people are making. I feel like we should spend more time focusing on that and less time fighting each other. So I hope you'll join me in doing more and less arguing.
Who's the Kiwi coach? Her name is Angela Murray. And so we're basically a little bit of creativity, a little bit of life coaching, and a little bit of mindfulness all wrapped up into the community. So it's really a lovely place to be. Such a great way to end it, Sara. Thank you for that message. I think that just is really what it's all about, right?
Yeah. Let's go out into the world with our kind hearts and just do our little piece, because that's all we can really do. I can't wait to see this on you. Are you going to put it on?
Like, speaking of, I have to put this on. I even wore this shirt thinking it would probably look great.
It looks so good with it. I love that gold with that garnet color. It
So,
looks
so
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Go make your own kind
Awesome.
heart piece and make sure if you are designing with our kits that you are posting it into the Softflex VIB studio on Facebook because we give away prizes for participation over there. So if you share some of the designs you're working on with any of our kits, we have in each of our kit packages, there'll be information at the top for the dates and stuff and the hashtag to use. And then we choose a winner just based on sharing. It's not based on what you create or how good it is. It's nothing's judged. It's just wanting to embrace the creativity and get you making with your kit and your beads. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for being here, and hold tight. Nilay Patel is coming out on after us, and then he's passing the torch to Rebecca Combs of Design and Adorn. I hope you have the best day. Thank you for shopping our website. You can find everything we use today at softflexcompany.com.
Bye, friends.